Hello everyone, welcome to your Aquarius new moon reading, and this new moon is going to be on February 1st of 2022. It'll be around 12:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when it's going to be at its fullest. So for some of you in the western part of the United States, of course, that is going to be on the evening of January 31st, and wherever you're at in the world, of course. But this new moon has wonderful Aquarian energy coming in. It is an energy of independence. So when you're looking at help that's going to be coming your way around this new moon, it's going to be more coming from like groups rather than an individual. So that's kind of that Aquarian energy. They're more group oriented than, individuals. The new moon energy also has this kind of push to flow with any changes that are coming in around this new moon. And it's kind of this advice to step back from situations, cool down, and have like this rational look at current situations, not all that heated emotion flowing through there. So you can allow things to develop and try thinking from a different angle. So all that kind of energy is coming in. There's an affirmation. I love these Moonology decks that Yasmin Bullen puts out, and this is the Manifestation Oracle. And so you can see here, this is the new moon in Aquarius that's coming up. And the affirmation that she mentions in her little book that comes with this deck says, "There's only one of me, and it's safe to be me. And I love me." So I really, really like that one. And so with all these new moon cycles, of course, every 28, 29, 30 days, we have that new cycle of the moons that happen that go from new moon to the quarter moon to the full moon to the third quarter moon, back to the new moon again. So there's always this fluctuation there, but within each of the signs as well, there is a 6-month cycle. So this is the ending of a cycle that happened like over a year ago. But we have the full moon in Aquarius that happened back in 2021. In fact, we had 2 full moons in Aquarius, one after one another in 2021, which doesn't happen quite often. And so we had July 23rd, and then the blue moon in Aquarius on August 22nd. So if you look around those dates and in between those dates, you can kind of look and see what kind of changes were happening, because this one, the full moon energy for back in that time, was about being real. It was about opening up to clarity around circumstances in our life, separating our ego's influence from the capital T truths of the reality of a situation. There was this balancing between the heart and the mind, and this balancing of being real versus trying to please all of the people all the time. The affirmation for those back in that energy was, "The truth empowered you and it set you free." So there was this setting free of something going on around July 23rd through August 22nd or thereabouts. And so since then, all the way up to this new moon, you've been working on all that energy of being more real, of seeing things more clearly, seeing beyond the ego and what your ego was saying something meant, like what story you were putting around a situation. And the clarity came over these last 6 months, which allows you to come in to this new energy where you're allowing the changes to happen with all this information that you gathered during that. So we're going to dive into each of the individual zodiac signs and just see what the Creator wants you to know about this new moon and about what these changes are and what you can go with the flow with. So we'll jump into your specific reading right now. All right, all my Aries, this is your reading for the Aquarian new moon. We're going to start off by pulling at least one card from this Spirit Junkie deck. And this is just going to be what the Creator wants you to know about what clarity has come for you over these last 6 months And or what change or changes are you encouraged to flow with or flow through? So one more time here. All right, so for our fiery Aries, what would you like them to know about this new moon, please? Please make it very obvious for us. Whoa. No messages for you this month, Aries, so we'll check back in the next moon. Just kidding, there's 2 there for you. And your first one is my high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Yep, so definitely higher vibrational thoughts. And then you also have this here. And this is, I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. Yeah, definitely there is this cohesive message here about, because your higher vibe thoughts, that is about raising your vibration purposely to one of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. And in doing that, that is the frequency at which spirit speaks. And in doing that, of course, your intuition is right in tune. So really, the 6 months you've been doing such this inner work about fine-tuning your thoughts. Like, where are you focusing your energy? Where are you focusing your thoughts? What is your drive, your ambition? Where are you, all this fiery energy you have, where have you been pointing it? And this has been that you've been pointing it to the inside to really clear up your thinking and your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, which has allowed you to raise your vibration instead of focusing on things of conditional love and sadness and, all the opposites that are rooted in fear. You've been focusing on these higher vibrational thoughts and beliefs instead. So I love that you've been doing that. And then we're also going to pull cards here from the Good Tarot just to see what else the Creator has to say about this. But I am proud for your journey that you've been on, because you definitely have been turning up your inner fire to, it's like gold. I'm seeing like this vat of gold, and when you heat it up, and then the impurities, the negativity, the lower vibrational, stuff simmers to the top, and they scoop it off and they turn up the heat more, and more of it, impurities come out and they scoop it off and they turn up the heat more. And that's kind of what I feel like you were doing from month to month to month. Starting in July and August, you've just been really, really focusing in on your inner work and your inner beliefs. So for our Aries, what else do you want them to know about this? Okay. Yep. What else? Okay, they want these 2 here. And this one. Okay, what else? Okay. So going to be 1 more to fill that empty spot. Oh, 2 more. Oh, okay. All of these, huh? Okay. There is a story to tell, and it starts with this wheel of fortune. It's the fortune wheel. There's a great story that Spirit gave me around this, and the wheel of fortune, it's at number 10, which is endings and new beginnings. But it is this understanding that before we came down here, our higher self, our soul, chose what avatar, what human character was going to represent it during this period of time, and while it was going to be here on Earth for this lifetime. And it chose when it's going to come down and when it's going to leave the game, and all these fated events that it wanted to experience throughout that, so it could more fully understand who it is by experiencing what it's not. But within each of those fated events we still get to choose what story we apply to the situation and what emotion we want to feel in that situation. Are we going to choose an emotion, like I said here, of extreme fear, or one of extreme unconditional love, or something in between? And it's a beautiful realization that happens because we then see that life does not happen to us, it unfolds for us, and that we move from this feeling like life is this out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and blow up as it falls into this gorge and explodes. It's more of a monorail train like at Disney World, where it's attached to the track, it's a smooth moving, it has all this designated stops along the way. So we move from this feeling like we're a victim of life, where it happens to us, to this victor of life, where it happens for us. So there's this great realization that comes in here with all of this, because it's like this: my high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. And this awareness is what really helps that peace come in and helps you really connect to all of that. So I love it. And then you have the 10 of water, which would be the 10 of cups. This is all about emotions. The 10, again, another 10. 10 and 10. Endings and new beginnings of emotions. Changing of emotions. Changing of direction of where you were focusing all your energy. And so this also represents, where this represents this fortunate change of looking at life in a whole different way. It makes you so grateful and see things from a different perspective. Same with this 10 of cups. This is like feeling just whole and complete and overflowing with beautiful, beautiful, loving emotions within it. So yeah, love definitely flowing throughout you there. Because are those hearts? Nope, those are roses, which represent love too, right? And then you have the 7 of air. So the 7 of air here, air is the swords. In the standard tarot, this is all about your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And for this one, I really want to read from her book on this. For some reason, they want me to read that, so there must be a specific message. So let me just get this one out. I haven't done this for any of the other signs, so evidently they have a special message here. So the energy of this card is independence, non-conformity, living life on one's own terms without people-pleasing. And it says, now is the time for me to live life on my own terms, so I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listen to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of groupthink and attending my own needs. Diplomacy with others can help me to be true to my call and to do what I know I must do for myself. So that is this mental clarity that's coming in. Like it said here, you're going to trust your intuition. It's leading you in the right direction. And so it is time not to try to fit into all those thoughts and those beliefs, those popular opinions of before. It's time for you to take this leap onto your own. And I feel like all of these are going to deal with that. So we'll go to this one next here. Yep, you have the 9 of earth. Earth is pentacles, so this would be like the 9 of pentacles, and this is about finding your inner worth, finding your wholeness and completeness from within. 9s are like the hermit card, because the hermit is the major arcana 9. You turn within to find what you're looking for, and this earth and pentacles they represent your physical world, so you're finding what you need as far as how you're defining yourself by the external world. You're finding your worth and your definition from within instead. So I love this because you have your health of your body, your peace of your mind, and the love in your heart. So it hit all three of those areas here from this card right here. And then you have the Star card. This represents hope, but it's also the Aquarian card, which is so perfect for this Aquarian new moon energy. And she brings in, and she's, even though they're air signs, they're water bearers. And so she brings this water in with her. And what's within that is the unconditional love essence, the living waters of our Creator. It's the unconditional love of our Creator. And so the gift that Aquarians bring, one of the gifts that it brings, this energy, is it shows you what you're truly thirsty for by giving you a sip of that living water. Because we're told to drink of external relationships. That'll make us happy and whole and complete. Drink of jobs, of education, of body, of possessions, of money. All that's going to make you feel whole and complete. And it don't it? That's where this 9 of Earth, she finds the wholeness and completeness within. And it's because you drink of these living waters with that. So I love that. We're going to move this down here because I feel like we're going to do 2, 2, and 1 on here. Yeah, okay. So here's the moon. And the moon is very mothering, nurturing energy. It is about connecting to the spiritual realm. But I really love that, because when I pulled this card actually came up in one of the other readings too, for one of the other signs, and the moon came up, or a moon, like a card with a moon came on it. So here you have the Aquarian moon popping in here. Definitely this message is about this Aquarian new moon is bringing in significant messages for you in regard to everything that we're talking about. So this amazing awareness that's going to be coming in. And then you have the King of Fire, and I don't think we haven't touched fire yet here. So fire is like the wand suit in the Standard Tarot, and it represents your drive, your ambition, your aha, inspiration, your passion, but also represents your spiritual energy. And so the king, of course, can wield that ambition and that passion so well. But also the king being the highest level of our spiritual energy, this represents your higher self as well. So these are all working together here. So we're just going with the flow here. I thought these were all going to have to do with this 7 of air, but yeah, okay, I see what they're saying. So they're saying, yes, the group think that I was talking about thinking on your own. Well, it's important for you to connect to your intuition and to your higher self, because the passion, like we were talking about, living the passion that is really the passion that you want to live, is not going to be found within your mind. It's not going to be found within all those opinions of what everyone else said that you should be, that you should do, blah, blah, blah. You're going to find it by connecting to your higher self, finding this passion that is within you. Yeah, because here's that heart that's on them here. You're going to connect to your true passion, and that is what is going to ignite so much for you here. What else do we have here? Yeah, so you have 8 and 1 is 9 here, and you've got this 9, and you have another 9, the 9 of water here. And so the 9 of, this would be like the 9 of cups. This is like wish fulfillment. This is wholeness and completeness. I mean, you got the 10 of water here, which is this bubbling over of extreme love, love in your heart. Well, this is definitely this feeling of like your wishes, your dreams have come true. So we're going to put that one right here. And then you also have the 4 of fire. Yep. And so this would be like the 4 of wands in the Standard Tarot. And we talked about fire already being, your ambition, your drive, etc. Usually you would see someone like standing under a tent, because 4s are very solid energy. think of 4 huge legs on a table. It makes a very strong foundation. And so I really feel with this King of Fire here, you just have this strong, stable energy that's flowing in around this situation here. So you don't feel, with all this beautiful energy coming in, you don't feel like just like a fish out of water or anything like that. Which, of course, you being a fire sign, you're able to handle a great amount of surges of energy. So that makes total sense that with all this moon energy being activated around this Aquarian new moon, that you're handling it, you're connecting it and expanding with it. I mean, this is just an amazing reading for you. Yep, and then you have the 6 of Earth, 6 of Pentacles. This is the giving and the receiving card. And this is all about you having found this wholeness and this completeness within you. I would say for the first time in your life, feel worthy of receiving all of this amazingness. You're really connecting to your intuition. Like it says, you're trusting your intuition. It's leading you in the right direction. You have this health and this peace and this love in your heart and your mind and your body. You just feel like in this wonderful place. Like I used to, when I used to go to church when I was younger, there was a pastor that said, you know, when you feel all this joy, it's like you're under the spout where all the glory comes out. It's like the heaven is allowing this huge waterfall of love to fall down, and you're standing right underneath it, and you're just getting just all of this. It's like every area of your life is feeling like you're just whole and complete. I mean, emotionally, physically in the physical world, spiritually, you know, your whole life, you really, it comes down to this Wheel of Fortune. And really that you are understanding that life is happening for you. No matter if it's something, you know, if you don't get something you want or not, you realize it's not happening to you, that you are being held in the arms of the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator, and that everything's unfolding exactly for you. And it's like that trust, you know, when it talks about, I trust that I'm always being led in the right direction for me. That's this Wheel of Fortune, which is beautiful. So, yeah, I'm saying buckle up, Buttercup, because you have been experiencing this wonderful journey for the last 6 months, and this Aquarius new moon is like this. It's the new beginning, the new moon. You know, these endings and new beginnings with these 10s is like you've been going through all this stuff and doing a lot of that inner work like we talked about, and boom, all of this is just, it's like the little needle that poked, that just opened and allows the flood to come. It's like, boink, is this Aquarian new moon that is just that point that it just unleashes. It's like almost like a waterbed that's been overfilled. I don't know why I saw that, but like a waterbed that has been overfilled, and then someone just does a little poke, and it's like, and it just flooding in this beautiful blessings. This, like it said, this health, this peace, and this love is just going to flood out. And you probably have started to feel it already, but it's just flooding out for you. And I love that for you, Aries. All right, well, we're going to leave the reading there. I do want to let you know, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings for each of the zodiac signs, weekly energy updates for each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc., these new moon, full moon readings, and a couple of others. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, and then click the subscribe button and the notification bell, that allows you to set your setting to be notified immediately. And also doing all of that just helps spread the love, because that makes the YouTube algorithm so happy, and it shares the videos as recommended videos with others. So if you feel so inclined to do so, of course, I greatly appreciate it. Never any pressure to do so. All right, all my Aries, Just know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing new moon. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And until then, you take care.